To truly understand a place, you have to look at how it's built and how it connects. Today, we're looking past the landmarks to explore the geography and infrastructure of Washington, D.C., USA. Introduction: the heartbeat of a nation. Washington, D.C. is far more than just the political epicenter of the United States. It is a global stage where history, culture, and innovation converge. Planned by Pierre-Charles L'Enfant as a city of magnificent distances, the district serves as a living monument to American democracy. From the towering neoclassical silhouettes of the Big Three, the Capitol, the White House, and the Lincoln Memorial, to the sprawling intellectual treasures of the Smithsonian Institution, the city offers a visual narrative of a nation's evolution. Beyond the federal facades lies a vibrant, multifaceted metropolis. It is a city defined by its immense international influence, world-class higher education, and a robust private sector economy. Whether it's the historic charm of Georgetown, the multicultural energy of Adams Morgan, or the modern luxury of the Wharf, D.C. reflects a unique blend of local community and global cosmopolitanism. This article explores the layers that make Washington, D.C. a resilient and ever-evolving capital of the world. Geography and layout: the 10-mile square. Technically known as the District of Columbia, Washington, D.C. is not a state, but a federal district. The physical footprint of Washington, D.C. The physical footprint of Washington, D.C. is as unique as its political status. Covering a total area of approximately 68.34 square miles, or 177 square kilometers, the district is relatively compact compared to other global capitals. Out of this total, about 61 square miles consists of land, while the remaining 7 square miles, roughly 10%, is composed of water, primarily the Potomac and Anacostia rivers. Originally, the city was designed as a perfect 100-square-mile diamond carved from land donated by Maryland and Virginia. However, in 1846, the portion south of the Potomac was returned to Virginia, a process known as retrocession, leaving the district with its current bitten diamond shape. Despite its small size, the city is meticulously organized into 4 quadrants: northwest, northeast, southwest, and southeast, with the U.S. Capitol building serving as the central axis. This limited geographic area creates a high-density urban environment where every square inch is packed with historical significance and global influence.
The legacy of the diamond shape. Washington, D.C. was originally envisioned as a perfect 10-mile by 10-mile square, creating a 100-square-mile diamond shape. This geometric precision was established by the Residence Act of 1790, with land donated by Maryland and Virginia. However, in 1846, the Virginia portion, now Arlington and Alexandria, was returned to the state, significantly altering the original boundary. Today, the district retains its iconic truncated diamond shape on the Maryland side. This boundary is marked by historic boundary stones, which were the first federal monuments. The city's unique layout, with the U.S. Capitol at the center of the 4 quadrants, still reflects this original diamond-inspired urban planning. The Enfant Plan, designed in 1791 by Pierre-Charles L'Enfant, laid the foundation for Washington, D.C.'s iconic layout. Inspired by European grandiosity, the plan featured a grid system intersected by broad diagonal avenues named after states. This design created open spaces, grand vistas, and ceremonial circles, emphasizing the city's role as a powerful federal capital. At its heart, the U.S. Capitol and the President's House were strategically placed on elevated sites to symbolize the importance of the new government. Today, this visionary plan remains the blueprint that defines D.C.'s distinct neoclassical character and majestic open landscape. The dynamic demographics of Washington, D.C. Washington, D.C. is a vibrant melting pot with a population of approximately 670,000 to 680,000 residents. Historically known as Chocolate City, it maintains a deep-rooted African-American heritage, with Black residents making up about 45% of the population. The city is also remarkably international, hosting over 175 embassies and a large expatriate community. It stands as one of the most highly educated cities in the U.S., with over 60% of its inhabitants holding a bachelor's degree or higher. This diverse demographic profile creates a unique blend of local culture and global influence. A tapestry of global diversity. Washington, D.C. is a premier global crossroads renowned for its rich cultural and ethnic tapestry. As the world's capital, it houses over 175 foreign embassies, bringing a massive international community that infuses the city with global flavors, languages, and traditions. This diversity is most visible in its culinary scene and festivals like the Passport DC event. Beyond nationality, the district is a bastion of social diversity, boasting one of the highest LGBTQ+ populations per capita in the United States. This intersection of local African American heritage and international diplomacy makes D.C. a uniquely inclusive and cosmopolitan hub. Education, a hub of intellectual excellence. Washington, D.C. is widely recognized as one of the most highly educated cities in the United States. A staggering 60% or more of its adult residents hold at least a bachelor's degree, nearly double the national average. This intellectual density is driven by the city's role as a global policy hub, attracting top-tier professionals in law, science, and international relations. The district is home to several world-renowned institutions of higher learning. Georgetown University is famous for its foreign service and law programs. George Washington University sits in the heart of the city near the World Bank. And Howard University stands as a premier historically Black college and university, or HBCU, nurturing generations of leaders. Additionally, American University and Catholic University of America contribute to a vibrant academic ecosystem. Beyond traditional classrooms, the city serves as a living laboratory where students have unparalleled access to the Library of Congress, the Smithsonian, and various federal agencies. A global nexus of international influence. Washington, D.C. is often regarded as the capital of the world due to its unparalleled international influence. It serves as the headquarters for major global financial institutions like the World Bank and the International Monetary Fund, IMF, which shape global economic policies. The city is also home to over 175 foreign embassies and the Organization of American States, OAS. This concentrated presence of diplomats and global leaders makes the district a primary stage for international treaty signings, summits, and geopolitical negotiations. Consequently, D.C.'s decisions resonate far beyond its borders, impacting global security, trade, and human rights. The robust economy of the district. Washington, D.C. boasts a uniquely resilient economy that extends far beyond federal government operations. While the federal government accounts for about 25% of local jobs, providing a stable economic foundation, the private sector has seen massive growth. The city is a global hub for professional and business services, particularly in law, lobbying, and public policy. Additionally, sectors like higher education, healthcare, and technology are major contributors. Tourism plays a vital role, with millions of visitors annually, injecting billions of dollars into the local hospitality and retail industries, making D.C. a diverse and thriving financial center. The federal engine, a foundational economic core.
The federal government serves as the foundational engine of D.C.'s economy, accounting for approximately 25% of the district's total employment. Federal agencies provide a level of economic stability rarely seen in other major cities. This presence creates a massive ripple effect, sustaining a vast network of contractors, legal firms, and nonprofit organizations. Beyond direct employment, the federal engine attracts billions of dollars in federal spending and procurement. This consistent flow of capital ensures that even during national economic downturns, the district remains a resilient hub for professional services and high-level policy work. The rise of tech and education. Higher education, a knowledge hub. Washington, D.C. is a premier global destination for higher education, home to prestigious institutions that double as major economic drivers. Georgetown University, the nation's oldest Catholic and Jesuit university, is world-renowned for its law and international affairs programs. George Washington University, located just blocks from the White House, offers unparalleled access to federal internships. Howard University remains a cornerstone of African American academic excellence as a leading HBCU. Additionally, American University and the Catholic University of America contribute to a vibrant research environment, making the district a living classroom for over 100,000 students.
Professional services, the power of proximity. Washington, D.C. is a global powerhouse for professional and business services, a sector that thrives due to its proximity to federal power. The city is famously home to K Street, the center of the American lobbying and public policy industry. Thousands of law firms, management consultancies, and government relations groups operate here, representing global corporations and foreign governments. In addition to legal and political services, the district is a hub for scientific research, nonprofits, and international NGOs. This sector provides nearly 1/3 of all private sector jobs in the city, making it a critical pillar of D.C.'s diverse and high-income economy. Tourism, a global gateway to heritage. Tourism is a cornerstone of Washington, D.C.'s economy, attracting over 24 million visitors annually. Visitors are drawn to the city's iconic monuments, world-class museums, and vibrant cultural festivals, such as the National Cherry Blossom Festival. Because most of the major attractions, including all Smithsonian museums and the National Zoo, offer free admission, the city is a top choice for both domestic and international travelers. The tourism industry generates billions in revenue, supporting thousands of jobs in the hospitality, dining, and transportation sectors. This massive influx of visitors transforms the district into a global stage for cultural exchange and historical education. Historical landmarks and must-visit sites. Washington, D.C. is a living museum anchored by the National Mall. This 2-mile park connects the city's most iconic structures, from the towering Washington Monument to the somber Vietnam Veterans Memorial. These landmarks are essential stops for anyone seeking to understand the architectural and democratic soul of the United States. The Big Three, iconic pillars of American democracy. The architectural soul of Washington, D.C. is anchored by 3 legendary structures, collectively known as the Big Three. These landmarks are not just tourist attractions, they are the functional and symbolic heart of the American government and its history. The United States Capitol. Standing majestically on Capitol Hill, the U.S. Capitol is the seat of the legislative branch. Its massive cast-iron dome, topped with the Statue of Freedom, is a masterpiece of 19th-century engineering. The Capitol is where the Senate and the House of Representatives meet to debate and pass national laws. Inside, the Grand Rotunda serves as a gallery of American history, featuring epic paintings and statues of founding fathers.
It is the geographic center of the city's 4 quadrants, symbolizing the power of the people. The White House. Located at 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue, the White House has been the official residence and workplace of every U.S. president since John Adams in 1800. Designed by James Hoban, its neoclassical white sandstone facade is recognized worldwide. It serves as a dual-purpose building, a private home for the first family, and a high-stakes command center for global diplomacy. The West Wing, housing the Oval Office, is where many of history's most significant decisions have been made. The Lincoln Memorial. At the western end of the National Mall sits the Lincoln Memorial, a Greek-style Doric temple dedicated to the 16th president, Abraham Lincoln. Inside, a massive 19-foot seated statue of Lincoln overlooks the reflecting pool. This site is a powerful symbol of unity and civil rights. It was the backdrop for Martin Luther King Jr.'s "I Have a Dream" speech in 1963. Its 36 columns represent the states in the Union at the time of Lincoln's death, standing as a testament to the endurance of democracy. Together, these 3 landmarks form a federal triangle that defines the landscape of the nation's capital.
The Smithsonian Institution, the nation's attic. The Smithsonian Institution is the world's largest museum, education, and research complex, consisting of 21 museums and the National Zoo. Often called the nation's attic, it preserves over 155 million artifacts that tell the story of America and the world. Most Smithsonian museums are located along the National Mall and offer free admission, making them a global treasure. From the Apollo 11 capsule in the Air and Space Museum to the Hope Diamond in the Natural History Museum, the Smithsonian serves as a vital center for scientific discovery and cultural heritage. The National Air and Space Museum is a world-renowned tribute to human ingenuity and the spirit of exploration. Located on the National Mall, it houses the world's largest and most significant collection of aviation and space artifacts. Visitors can witness history firsthand by viewing the 1903 Wright Flyer, the first successful airplane, and the Apollo 11 command module Columbia, which carried the first humans to the moon. Through its immersive galleries and cutting-edge research, the museum inspires future generations of pilots and astronauts while preserving the milestones of flight. The National Museum of African American History and Culture, a masterpiece of the Smithsonian Institution, is the only national museum devoted exclusively to the African American experience. Located on the National Mall, its striking bronze-colored corona design is inspired by Yoruba tribal art. The museum's journey begins deep underground with the history of slavery and rises toward floors celebrating community and culture. Housing over 40,000 artifacts, it highlights the resilience and triumphs of Black Americans, making it an essential destination for understanding the full story of the United States. The National Gallery of Art, a masterpiece of culture. The National Gallery of Art is a premier cultural destination, housing one of the finest collections of Western art in the world. Located on the National Mall, it consists of 2 distinct buildings, the neoclassical West Building and the modern geometric East Building. The museum is home to the only painting by Leonardo da Vinci in the Americas, Ginevra de' Benci. Its vast galleries feature masterpieces by Rembrandt, Monet, and Picasso, spanning from the Middle Ages to the present day. With its stunning sculpture garden and free admission, it serves as a serene sanctuary for art lovers and scholars alike. Culture and lifestyle, beyond the monuments. Beyond its marble monuments, Washington, D.C. boasts a dynamic lifestyle rooted in distinct neighborhoods and diverse traditions. Residents enjoy a high-energy urban environment where politics meets art.
Georgetown offers historic charm and upscale shopping, while Adams Morgan is the heart of the city's eclectic nightlife and international cuisine. The city's culture is deeply influenced by its jazz heritage, celebrated at U Street, once known as Black Broadway, and the annual Cherry Blossom Festival. With world-class theaters like the Kennedy Center and a thriving farm-to-table dining scene, D.C. offers a cosmopolitan lifestyle that is both sophisticated and deeply community-oriented.
Georgetown, historic elegance. Georgetown is Washington, D.C.'s oldest and most picturesque neighborhood. Established in 1751, it predates the city itself and is famous for its well-preserved Federal-style architecture and cobblestone streets. This upscale district is home to the prestigious Georgetown University and the historic C&O Canal. M Street and Wisconsin Avenue serve as the neighborhood's bustling heart, offering high-end fashion boutiques, art galleries, and renowned restaurants. Whether you are climbing the famous Exorcist's steps or enjoying a peaceful walk along the waterfront, Georgetown perfectly blends 18th-century charm with a sophisticated modern lifestyle. Adams Morgan is widely recognized as the center of Washington, D.C.'s nightlife and multicultural soul. Known for its vibrant energy and eclectic spirit, the neighborhood is a colorful mix of historic row houses and diverse international businesses. 18th Street is the main artery, lined with an incredible array of restaurants serving cuisine from Ethiopia, Vietnam, Latin America, and beyond. This area is a hub for live music, vintage clothing stores, and indie coffee shops. Every September, the Adams Morgan Day Festival celebrates this diversity, making it a favorite destination for those seeking an authentic and inclusive urban experience. The Wharf is one of D.C.'s newest and most ambitious urban developments, transforming the Southwest waterfront into a world-class destination. This mile-long stretch along the Potomac River features luxury apartments, high-end hotels, and the Anthem, a premier concert venue. It is home to the Municipal Fish Market, the oldest continuously operating open-air seafood market in the United States. With its public piers, fire pits, and seasonal ice rink, the Wharf offers a resort-like atmosphere. Visitors can enjoy fine dining with river views or take a water taxi to explore the city from a unique aquatic perspective.
Political status: taxation without representation. The political status of Washington, D.C. is a unique and often controversial aspect of American democracy. Although it serves as the nation's capital, the district is not a state. Its nearly 700,000 residents pay federal taxes, more per capita than any state, yet they lack a voting representative in the U.S. Congress. This situation led to the famous slogan, "Taxation without representation," which is featured on D.C. license plates. While the district has a local mayor and council, Congress retains ultimate authority over its laws and budget. This ongoing struggle for full voting rights and statehood remains a central pillar of local political identity. In conclusion, a capital of continuity and change. In conclusion, Washington, D.C. stands as a unique testament to the American spirit, balancing its role as a federal powerhouse with its identity as a thriving, diverse metropolis. From the symbolic grandeur of the National Mall to the intellectual rigor of its universities and the economic resilience of its professional sectors, the district is much more than a center of governance. It is a city of neighborhoods, a hub of global diplomacy, and a cultural treasure trove. As it continues to evolve, Washington, D.C. remains an essential destination that captures the complex, ever-changing essence of the United States. I'm ending this post with Washington, D.C., USA. See you again with another country.